It's time for the first segment of Best or Worst Thriller Books in 2026. If you're new here, this is how it works. Every other week, I put your suggestions of either the best or worst thriller or horror books you've ever read with no opinions whatsoever, just the name of the book and the author, into this bowl. I choose out two, I read them. Again, we do this every other week, and we flip-flop between thriller and horror, and this week is thrillers. Time to choose the first book. All right. Okay, I've got one out. Let's see what it's gonna be. Please Tell Me by Omer. Oh, I think this one is on Kindle Unlimited. I think I've seen this before. I was right. It was on Kindle Unlimited. I'm going to dive right in. Please Tell Me by Omer follows the story of a young girl named Kathy after her return home from a year in captivity. Throughout the story, we follow the people in her life as they lose Kathy and are reunited. Upon her return, she is sent to a child's therapist where, through play, she silently and slowly recounts the time that she spent and everything that took place in captivity. At the halfway mark of Please Tell Me by Omer, this is really good. I'm really enjoying it. There's so many different people that are connected to this child, and so there are a lot of possibilities of where this could be going. I kind of have an inkling about something, but I don't think I'm correct. Other than that, I really don't have any solid theories of where this is going, but I'm excited to see, so I'm going to dive back in. As Kathy's therapy sessions slowly reveal a horrifying truth, we're also thrown into the investigative side of things in search of Kathy's captor. With details emerging from the child's play, a sinister picture of a monster is painted, and it becomes clear that the danger to Kathy is not over. Okay, I finished. Definitely more of a slow burn with a reveal that comes over time with this child that's playing with these dolls and kind of explaining what happened to her through play. I really enjoyed it though. This was an emotional read. It pulled on my heartstrings at times. There were so many horrific things that happened to this child that just was absolutely gut-wrenching to me. I really enjoyed this book. It surprised me many times, and I enjoyed all of the characters and the writing, and yeah, I was just invested throughout. I'd probably rate this around 4.25 stars. It's weird, I don't think I've seen anyone on TikTok talk about this book, and I don't understand why not. It's a really good book, and you guys should definitely check it out. I'm gonna guess that this book is somebody's favorite mystery thriller, but if you were the one that suggested it, please let me know in the comments. Time for book 2. I'm hoping I like it as much or more than the first book. Let's see. Sadie by Courtney Summers, and I own this one. Okay, it's too funny because it's actually in frame right now. Sadie by Courtney Summers. I believe this is a YA mystery thriller, and I'm looking forward to it. Sadie by Courtney Summers is available on Kindle Unlimited, and it follows 19-year-old Sadie as she sets out to avenge her sister's unaliver. Throughout the story, we follow Sadie's journey through her POV as well as recounting of the events via podcast. Okay, I'm halfway through Sadie, and I have to be totally honest, I'm kind of bored. I don't know. I just don't really feel invested in figuring out what happened to Sadie. I don't know why not. I'm hoping that'll change, but yeah, for whatever reason, I'm just like really not gripped by this. But alas, I shall dive right back in and hopefully things change and I start caring more. The story is a little bit of an unaliving mystery, a little bit of a coming-of-age runaway story, and a little bit of a con artist story. All elements that typically appeal to me as a reader, but even once I made it past the halfway point, I just wasn't any more invested than I had hoped to be, considering how highly praised this book is. I finished Sadie and I didn't like it, and I can tell you why I didn't like it. I at first didn't really know what it was that wasn't working for me, but then as I kept reading, I realized that my main critique of this book is that it is so repetitive. We have Sadie going to various places in search of this man, and then we have the podcast element that is talking to the people who she encountered, just basically recounting everything we had already read about Sadie's doings. I was just so bored and uninvested. I just didn't care. And then the ending was so anticlimactic. This was a snooze fest. I'm so sorry. I didn't like it. I'd probably rate it 2 stars, but I think that if I thought about it more, I'd probably rate it even lower. I'm so sorry if this was your favorite thriller. It is definitely not mine. I won't say it's the worst thriller mystery book I've ever read, but yeah, it's definitely not the best. Overall, I enjoyed one book and didn't enjoy the other, and that's just how things go sometimes. I want to keep this going for forever, so if you want to be a part of it, all you have to do is drop me a book recommendation of either the best or worst thriller or horror book you've ever read, with no opinions whatsoever, just the name of the book and the author. Thanks so much for watching. If you read either of these 2 books, let me know what you thought of them in the comments.